Jeffrey follows the principle in every man's life. He wakes up early, goes to school, he finishes school, and he finds himself working a job for measly enough money to pay his bills and pay the food he eats. He has no purpose in his life. He has not yet discovered this purpose. He is just working for everyone else, come back home, and instead of doing something productive, he only watches TV and plays video games.
Adonis!
From a young age, Adonis discovers his life purpose. From a young age, he is starting to peel off these layers, the layers from his life purpose. He works hard, he works every day. He reads, he meditates, he journals, he grows up, and now, when he looks back, he has an entire colony of his tribe following him, praising him, and being grateful to him.
Hello, once again. It is I. Okay, let's start. Today, in this video, it's a more motivational video, so I'm going to be quicker with words, quicker with everything, and I will edit this video. It won't be unfiltered. It will be a good enough video for us to watch. So, you probably seen this guy. Yes, this guy. And in the past you probably thought he is funny. But actually think of that. Think of him. Think of the success that he's built. Wouldn't you like to have that success? Huh? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you like to have that such a good body, that six-pack, that biceps, that triceps, those abs, those muscles, that everyone respects you, that you are big as this. You take up so much space in the room that everyone has no word to say but respect you. You breathe deeply. You breathe like a king as you exhale deeply. So, you probably do want to be like this guy. If your answer is yes, then I suggest you start going to the gym, start doing everything. Thank you. I suggest you start going to the gym, start improving your mental health, and discover your purpose. Your purpose is one of the most important things in your life that you could discover. By discovering this one single thing, it may be hard, but think about it. What do you like the most in your life? What do you do the most in your life? Perhaps you like medicine, perhaps you like helping people, or perhaps you like making business. So whatever it is, think of it. Take a journal and write it there. First, ask yourself, what do I like? Answer that question. Answer it sincerely. What do you like in your life? What do you admire in your life? What do you want to become in your life? Whatever it is, write it down. It doesn't matter if it's a clown or the straight to the top guy. It doesn't matter at all. Just write it down. Now, since you did this, think about it. You like this thing that you wrote down. Think and ask yourself, what can I do with this thing to help out the rest of my people? Think about it. Write it down and think of it again. Because that's what he did. So, if you want to be like him, you have to do stuff like him. Okay, now since you wrote this down, you may be got some clear visualization of what you want to do. Or if not yet, ask yourself, how can I achieve this thing? By studying on my own, by being on self-improvement, by doing this or that. Ask yourself that. Those 3 questions shall be enough, or should be enough, for you to find your purpose. And let me explain this purpose, this meaning of purpose. So the masculine core is like this. In the center is the most deepest, purest, and the most desired purpose in your life. But over that core, there are lots of small purposes piled on like this. And there is a lot of layers of them. That's why it takes a long distance time to achieve this goal, this final core purpose. So let's say one of these layers is you work as a waiter. You work as a waiter. At first you have fun. You have fun for a longer time, let's say. But suddenly the next day you go to work, you notice yourself, what happened? I'm not motivated anymore for this. I do not want to do this anymore. Simply that layer disappeared. Now it comes the next layer. But this layer won't show up immediately to yourself. You may quit the waiter job. You quit that job and do not stay in one place. Go explore the world, find things you like to do, and suddenly this layer will show up to yourself. Maybe you've been a waiter for, let's say, 6 months right now, and you like helping or serving people, and you go by on the street and you suddenly notice someone talking on the phone, saying that I cannot do this, don't pressure me, don't do that thing, don't do that stuff. And you come back home and focus yourself entirely on exploring financial problems, let's say. You get a good hang on this stuff. You get a good understanding on the financial problems, and it suddenly clicks in your mind. I can become an advisor to help other people. And you become that. This layer is now in play. From this got peeled off, and now comes this layer. You work this layer for a good time. You find yourself enjoying this job. But eventually know this in your mind. However much fun it is, it will always come to an end. Unless it's the core purpose. So you work this layer, let's say for another 6 or let's say 8 to 12 months, and the next day you wake up, you have a successful company, you have more people working on you, you won't leave just your customers alone, just for you to get away from this. You will make a good foundation of this layer, you will make a good equipped, how do I say this, equipped team of this. But suddenly not alone, you have 5 other guys behind you. They can take over your job. So you are entrusting this position, you finished your purpose in this layer, and you slowly peel it off. These two. Now you do the same thing again. You wander throughout the world. You wander home. You read books. You continue being on self-improvement until a light, a sign shows up on the next layer. You got up through 2 layers, now comes the 3rd layer. And you continue this cycle of layers over and over again until you cannot go any lower, and here it is, your life purpose. Once you reach this, you won't do anything different than the rest. You will continue working this as the waiter job, as the advising job, as the any other job you did. You come to this layer, you do this, you will do this for years, for decades, and it is still fun for you. Let's say you find out that your final that this layer is to become a YouTuber, to help out the entire whole world with your advice. You come to this layer and you work this layer consistently. Every day you wake up with the motivation. Let's go record a video. Let's give my advice to people. I have knowledge that everyone deserves to hear. It can help so many lives. So let's not waste any time. Let's go do it and get straight to the point. You won't feel sluggish and say, oh no, I can't wake up. My eyes, my teeth. No. You will just peel the blanket off, get up, brush your teeth, do your morning ritual, meditate, journal, brush your teeth, and go to a deep work block. And you will do this until this layer feels empty as well. Once you reach this layer's end, it will be a hard but enjoyable journey. If you know what I'm saying. It will be a long path, but you will absolutely love walking that path. So you walk this path, help everyone, and you suddenly see yourself with thousands of people around you, respecting you, being grateful to you, being grateful for finding you. You will find all of that enjoyment in your life because you did something productive. You continued piercing through the layers to reach this final goal. You reach this final goal, you look behind yourself, you have a family, you have everything. And if this layer becomes one day boring to you as well then, you reached your end. Of course, you can keep doing it, you can find something else to do. But every day you do this, every day you do work for this one purpose, you will at the end of the day reach freedom. And once you reach the final day of this core purpose, you will reach the ultimate freedom. Your path ends into a beautiful paradise. When you look behind you, when you look in front of you, when you look up, down, you everywhere see your success, your life, your best self, dedicating himself to this. This is why this core life purpose is so important. It means everything in your life. Of course, you can have a life without it. But let me ask you, do you want a boring life? Or do you want a fun life? Do you want to be like everyone else? You wake up early, you have to work 8 hours minimally to get a pay of merely, let's say, $700, when you can, by doing this purpose, wake up early, having good rest because you slept early as well. You have a daily schedule that you follow, and you have on top of that money from that daily schedule, not measly $700. You have $10,000 income amount, or maybe even more. I think the answer to this is clear. No one wants to be a loser. And these guys that are working 8 hours a day, having no sense of their purpose, no nothing of their purpose, just waking up, no, it's who will go to work again? No, you won't be like this. These guys are losers. You will not be a failure like them. If you discover this and dedicate your life to this purpose of yours, trust me, you will reach ends in your life that no one else did before you. You will be surprised. So discover this purpose, discover this main mission in your life. Discover it, dedicate your life to it, peel all the layers from it, and continue piercing through them until you bump into this. Slowly settle down on it and enjoy your fine time. You will, because this will bring you money, and with money you will become suddenly more giving away. I don't know how to say this. When you go to a restaurant before, you had no money to even buy yourself a drink, but now you have money to leave the waiter or the waitress $500 flat. And once you leave that restaurant, the waiter or the waitress that you gave this, he will be very grateful to you. People will be grateful to you, to your deeds, to your life. You will become needed. You will become successful and needed. You will be the number one person in your tribe. And if you are not the number one, you will always aim straight to the top of the hierarchy of humankind, because that's what life is. a race. Someone doesn't even try to run this race. They just eat, playing video games, being fat, not even making one measly move in that race. But there are people who discovered their purpose, and you will be one of them if you listen to me, if you listen to Hamza, who will straight past those people like this, aiming toward that white path, toward that top, because at the end of that path, it is what every man desires, the deepest, ultimate freedom. That is the number one point in masculinity. And to reach this freedom, you need this purpose. So do not waste any time. If you do not have yet discovered it, discover it now. As I did mine. Mine is to give advice to other people, to help people get their lives together. Because I know I can give such a good advice of that. I just need to become more aware of my words, to improve my social talking. And once I do that, I am going straight to the top. And now I will reach the top. Do the same thing. Look at the mirror and say to yourself, I am going to the top. But first, do the steps I told you to do and discover this purpose of yours. Now, this video was really motivational, I'd say, but I think it will bring you some value. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me for, as I see, 21 minutes. And if you watch this to the end, thank you so much. I'm very grateful for your time. I hope you found some value and it was not wasted on your end. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Discover your purpose right now and do the hard work when you don't feel it.